The house was silent, but there was no peace within its walls. The quiet felt like a thick curtain hiding Sophie's inner turmoil. Piles of objects, clothes thrown into corners, and a sink overflowing with dirty dishes revealed the silent chaos of her soul. The clock read 1 p.m. on an ordinary Wednesday, yet for Sophie, time didn't flow normally. It dragged on with the torturous slowness of something that never ends. At 33 years old, she remained in bed, staring at the blank white ceiling as if it could offer the answers she desperately sought. 2 years prior, she had been known for her infectious energy and meticulous organization. However, after a painful divorce and the sudden passing of her father, something fundamental within her had broken. Initially, she thought it was temporary sadness, then labeled herself lazy until finally acknowledging it was depression. Her home, once a comforting sanctuary, became a direct reflection of her inner turmoil. Laundry piles waited weeks for attention. Important documents were lost in messy drawers. Expired food emitted an unpleasant odor from the cabinets. Sophie felt trapped under invisible rubble, crushed and lacking the strength even to seek help. Days passed slowly through obligations she lacked the energy to decline. She cared for everyone and everything except herself. One gray and rainy afternoon, while Sophie sank deeper into despair, her phone vibrated. It was a message from Julie, a childhood friend she hadn't seen in months. "Hey, Sophie, I dreamt about you last night. Can I visit today?" Hesitant and embarrassed by the state of her home, Sophie honestly replied, "Sure, but my house is a mess." Promptly at 5 p.m., Julie arrived with a bag containing homemade bread, soothing tea, and a comforting hug that instantly warmed the room. Without criticism or judgment, Julie sat quietly beside Sophie, patiently waiting for her to speak. It took Sophie a while, but once she started talking, she couldn't stop. She cried, sharing her loneliness, the overwhelming burden she felt, and her inability to move forward. Julie, tears filling her eyes, gently held her friend's hand and softly said, "Sophie, I've been exactly where you are now. There was a time when even getting out of bed seemed impossible. Through prayer, God taught me something simple yet powerful. Transformation happens gradually, step by step, in small actions. You don't have to fix everything immediately. Just improve by 1% each day." Sophie looked puzzled and repeated, "1%? Julie nodded warmly and explained, "Yes. Today, wash just 1 cup. Tomorrow, organize just 1 drawer. Create a simple schedule, offer it to God humbly, and await His miracle." As Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit your actions to the Lord, and your plans will succeed." These words weren't grandiose, yet they offered real and tangible hope. For the first time in months, Sophie felt supported instead of pressured. That night, after Julie left, Sophie sat with a warm mug of tea, deeply reflecting on the simple advice. Just 1% a day. Over the following days, Sophie began implementing Julie's suggestion, continually recalling the Apostle Paul's words in Philippians 4:13, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Each small step taken, each minor task completed, reminded her of God's promise never to abandon her, as stated in Isaiah 41:10. "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Gradually, her home began to reflect the subtle transformation occurring within Sophie. She still faced challenging days, but through perseverance and renewed faith in small actions, she witnessed slow yet consistent changes. Each tiny gesture was a daily victory, sustained by the silent strength of God's promises. Several months later, Sophie was invited to share her experience at a community gathering. Facing several women dealing with similar battles, Sophie spoke passionately about how small, daily tasks performed with faith and humility could lead to profound change. In that moment of sharing, Sophie realized that the true fruit of her journey was not only her own healing, but also the opportunity to help others through her testimony, demonstrating God's power in each small step, taken with trust and persistence. If this message has touched you, please share it with someone who also needs to hear it. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next video. Love you all. Bye-bye.